This is Ken Loomer, and I'm going to be showcasing this incredible Slingerland Super Sound King snare drum. And I just got the snare drum about 3 days ago from my good friend, Mr. Greg Austing. And Greg and I, we've been talking for the past 2 months. And Greg is a fantastic guy, a huge Slingerland fan like me. And he gave me a call one day and he wanted to ask me some questions about my Buddy Rich Slingerland kit, because he has not one but 2 sets that he's fixing up. He has 2 Slingerland Buddy Rich 80N kits that he's fixing up, and he's going to be putting a video out showing all the things that he's done to clean up the set, fix everything up, all the parts. So I'm going to definitely put on a link once he gives me that link. So let's get back to this Slingerland Super Sound King snare drum. This was first made in 1967. So I'm going to come over here first and I'm going to show you the actual catalog picture. And here it is. This is from this catalog, and there's the world famous Gene Krupa on the cover of catalog 68, but it actually came out in 67 because all these catalogs, they're always a year or 2 ahead. But here it is. It's the new Super Sound King chrome shell snare drum, and these particular drums had a new strainer. As you can see, it's a dual strainer on both sides, but the version I got is this one right here. Slingerland decided this version here was from 1967 to 69, and then Slingerland decided to redesign it, make it a little bit better. And this version came out in 1970 to 1976. Here it is, the Super Sound King. This is chrome over brass shell, which is the exact same shell as the world famous Gene Krupa Sound King snare drum right here. Same shell, it's a chrome over brass, and it's a 5x14. Now what makes this snare drum so unique is, of course, this incredible strainer. And what I love about the strainer is it has so many different adjustments on it, and it's sort of like the Ludwig Super Sensitive. It's the same type of throw off, but the Slingerland one I think is better made. So let's look at the actual drum, and I'll be able to explain it better. So let's go to the actual drum over here. Now this particular model has the brass badge right here, the black and gold, and this one from the serial number is 1970. So that's why it has the new mechanism here, the new strainer. And Slingerland in 1970, they used either the black and gold or the new badge, which was the black and silver. Just like in Ludwig in 69, when they had their transitional period, they had the Keystone badge for 69 or the olive badge, the blue and olive badge. So let's talk about this incredible strainer here. This here has 4 different adjustments. You got the top here, which of course everybody's familiar. That adjusts the tension of how tight you want the snares against the head. And this knob over here adjusts the way the snares will go up and down. Now what Ludwig did, they had like a screw over here. They had like a screw over here and a little notch going down. So you had to take a screwdriver, and if you wanted the snares to go down a little bit or if you wanted to go up a little bit, you had to use a screwdriver. But Slingerland, all you have to do is turn this knob, and this of course is the tension of the snares against the head. And let me go around back because it has the exact same strainer right over here in back. Now here at the back, strainer, and so you can adjust the tension from both sides, this side or the other side. So if you want to have this one like a little bit looser than the fronts, so you can have different snares sounds coming out of this, because there's so many adjustments on this thing. And it's a beautiful, beautiful shell. This of course is brass. It's heavy brass, chrome over brass. And the same with the hoops. This is a 10 lug drum, 10 lugs, and the hoops is chrome over brass. So you get a very melodic rim shots when you hit the snare drums. It's very sensitive. And it's got this, the second version of this strainer, the added.The guard. And it's just so incredible when you look at it. It looks like a real modern space age type of snare strainer. And what I love about it, it is very easy to use. I'll just, from tom to tom, look at how quiet. I mean, it's just smooth as silk. And it took me a while to learn it because you have 4 different adjustments. And it is a bit tricky in order to get it just right, but I got it just perfect. And of course I'm going to demonstrate the sound for you. And let's take a look. Of course they have the tone control. You got the famous 3 lines on the brass snare drum, just like on the Gene Krupa Sound King. But the Super Sound King, I never saw a Slingerland endorsee use this, and the reason I've been checking on the internet that this was mostly used as a symphonic or concert snare drum because it was so sensitive. And even the Ludwig Super Sensitive, the only artist that I really knew that played that snare drum was Buddy Rich, because everybody else always played the Ludwig Superphonic 400, and of course with Ludwig, you know, that's a great snare drum. But like I said, with this particular strainer, the adjustments were a lot easier to do, and this is a lot smoother, and it just looks so great. And this snare drum, from the serial number, like I said, is 1970, so this snare drum is 50 years old. And my friend Greg Austing, I cannot believe it, that he actually gave me this snare drum. And like he told me, he has 4 of them, and he wanted to thank me for the help I was giving him. And I just received it. I mean, that's an incredible gift from an incredible guy. Greg, I thank you so very much, man. I've been looking at this snare drum in catalogs for 50 years. And here it is right here. I've been staring at this picture, and I can't believe I actually have it. And this is an absolutely beautiful engineering by Slingerland. Of course, Slingerland at the time was the largest drum company in the world. They just built a brand new drum plant in Niles, Illinois. And I'm definitely going to be demonstrating this snare drum for you. But I found some extra stuff here I want to share with everybody. What I'm going to use to play on this snare drum. So here it is. This right here is a pair of sticks that the great Buddy Rich gave me. This is special sticks made for Buddy by the Pro Drum Shop in Los Angeles, California. And the story of this, I got this in late of '83 when I saw Buddy. And Buddy's just the greatest guy. Let me show you this picture here. This is a picture of me and Buddy. This is in SeaWorld. And this is like 1977. And of course Buddy was playing the Slingerland drums, and when he played SeaWorld he would do 2 shows. He'll do a 2 o'clock show, and then he'll do a 7 o'clock show. And he would be there for a week, so I was there all the time. And during one of the breaks, of course I went backstage and I talked with Buddy. He was just so nice to me, just incredible. And I asked Buddy, hey, how about a drum lesson? And his manager was there. He says, Buddy, he got you there. So Buddy said, okay, Ken, to the drums. And there I am, playing on Buddy's drums. And he gave me a lesson that I will never forget, and I can tell you the story on my other video, which I did on the centennial of Buddy's birth. I'll put a link on that so you can check that out. But these are his drumsticks right here I got in 1983. And in 83, Buddy just started playing his Slingerland Radio King set. And of course 83, the beginning of 83 is when he had his massive heart attack at the end of January. And Buddy had to do a job in England over at Ronnie Scott's club. So what Buddy did, you know, after a month of rest, he didn't know whether he could play. And he, over at his house in Palm Springs, he did not have any drums in his house. So he went to the pro shop, the pro drum shop in LA. They set up a drum set for Buddy to play, and Buddy just played for an hour. And after an hour, Buddy said, well, I still got it. But he didn't have any sticks. So he asked them, do you think you can make me some sticks? And the kind of sticks I like. And they said, sure, we'll make you some sticks for you, Buddy. And they asked Buddy what kind of sticks you like. And Buddy said, well, my favorites were the Slingerland sticks. So this was an exact copy of the Slingerland sticks that they made for Buddy when Buddy was with Slingerland for those 10 years from 1968 to April of 78. And I'm going to be using these sticks on that Super Sound King. And can you believe this? I found the brushes that Gene Krupa gave me way back in 1971. And let me show you this picture right here. There I am in 1971, and there's Gene Krupa and me. Look at that, there's Gene Krupa. He's got his arm around me. And the guy was just a beautiful, beautiful human being. And every drummer has to thank Gene Krupa, because he was the man that put drums out in front. He was it. Every drummer in the world owes so much to this incredible artist. And I'm so glad I got a chance to talk to Gene. And I talked to Gene right after he played with his jazz quartet. He just got off his Slingerland drums. And my mother, I asked my mom, hey Mom, you think you can get Gene Krupa over here so I can talk with the master? And my mom said, sure, I'll go over to Gene. And my mom was a very beautiful woman. So when, I'm sure when Gene took one look at her, she really said, oh wow, fan. And my mom was talking to Gene, and my mom was telling Gene, my son's a drummer, he loves you, and he wants to talk to you. You think you can come over to the table, talk to my son Ken? Of course, Gene said, sure. And I can't believe it. Gene's walking over to the table, and he sat down, and I got a chance to talk with Gene. And the first thing I said to Gene, he says, man, I love your brush playings. I never heard a drummer play brushes like that. And Gene says, well, the main thing with brushes is all about the feel. And then I was telling Gene, Well, I don't even have a pair of brushes, so I'm going to see if I can find it. And then Gene told me, well, just wait a minute. Gene got up, walked over to his drum set. On the bass drum were his brushes, and he gave it to me. What a guy. There it is right here. This is the Slingerland Gene Krupa model brushes. And as a matter of fact, these were the only brushes that Buddy Rich ever played. The Gene Krupa model, and when Gene Krupa passed away in '73, then they named it the Buddy Rich model brushes. But right here, this is a very rare item. This is Gene Krupa's personal brushes that he played. And this is, of course, Buddy Rich's drumstick. You can see some dents and marks, and there's one, I think that mark was when he's playing his Radio King set and doing some rim shots, and of course that's why they call them stick chopper hoops. But there it is. I'm going to be playing those sticks and these brushes on this incredible Slingerland Super Sound King snare drum. Look at that. I mean, that's a beautiful snare drum. So let me set this up here. I'm going to put the camera on the tripod. And let's hear the snare drum. Alright, so let me put it right here. Alright. And let me grab the sticks that Buddy Rich actually played and gave to me. Let me see if you can see that, the marking. Let me turn it around here. There it is. Alright. So let's give this snare drum a sound check. And I'm going to be playing in the Buddy Rich style. Of course, very important, do not copy his playing or try to copy his licks or learn his licks, because that's the wrong thing to do. Just playing his style. When I learned his style, is what makes it so musical are his accents and his swing feel and his use of buzz rolls and flams and different accents. Now when I do this type of snare drum solo, I never know what I'm going to play, because I never plan anything out. I just want to play in my style, whatever I'm thinking, whatever patterns. So let's give this snare drum a sound check right here. Here we go. snare drum, the Slingerland Super Sound King, with this incredible strainer, is very, very sensitive. You get a beautiful snare tone out of this brass shell, and the rim shots, because of the chrome over brass hoops, you get a beautiful melodic tone. Be careful with these sticks because I don't want to break them. These are Buddy Rich's sticks that he actually played, and I cherish these sticks. So first time I really actually played on these sticks, but this is a special occasion. And Greg, what do you think, huh? Unbelievable. Buddy Rich's actual sticks that he played is on your snare drum that you gave me, and this is a once in a lifetime gift. I can't thank you enough. And like I said, the tone and the looks of this snare drum is like a space age snare drum. And this snare drum is 50 years old. Alright, so here I go with another snare solo. Like I said, I'll play in the Buddy style, but I'll just make whatever I want based on accents and press rolls and flams. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so let's hear how it sounds with Gene Krupa's own brushes. Man, I've never played it on these brushes. These brushes are 49 years old. You know, the rubber is a little hard. 49 years old. So here I go playing on Gene Krupa's personal brushes. Gene Krupa's personal brushes. Man, I've never played this. And can you believe that? Mr. Greg Austing, I'm playing Gene Krupa's brushes on your snare drum that you gave me. Unbelievable. Alright. So let me get back to the camera here. I'm going to take it off the tripod. And let me see. Okay. And let's have one close look at this incredible Slingerland Super Sound King snare drum. And like I said, Mr. Greg Austing did an incredible job of fixing this, cleaning this. He cleaned every lug, every tension rod, the shell. He had the entire mechanism all apart. He showed me pictures. There's so many parts of this. He took everything apart, and now this snare drum, which is 50 years old, looks brand new. Just an incredible piece of engineering by Slingerland. And I'm going to be doing another video of me playing on this Slingerland Super Sound King with my Buddy Rich drum kit. So let's take another view, and there's that famous 3 lines, the brass, chrome covered brass shell. And what I love about the Slingerland, I mean the classic, it was the first time they put that little S there. And as you can see, USA. And those are the days when all the drums were made in America, like Slingerland and Ludwig and Gretsch, Rogers. And there's that great looking badge. Quality drums, it certainly was. And this is really a big part of drum history. And like I said, Slingerland would really sell to the school market. That's where they made a lot of money. So they would sell this for concert bands, symphonic bands. And like I said, this is absolutely an incredible snare drum. And I have to thank Greg Austing again. And I'm going to put a link, so when he starts uploading his videos on how he's fixing up his Slingerland Buddy Rich 80-inch kit, I'll put that link. You all need to see those videos. And I'm going to definitely enjoy this snare drum. What a gift. And really, things couldn't be better, because as you know, because of the virus, I've had no jobs, no music for quite a while, 2.5 months. So looks like I'm going to have to start all over again once things open up, once the clubs opens up, the Performing Arts Center, but we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I'm happy to make these videos showing some of these incredible Slingerland products. And hopefully, here's the catalog picture of that snare drum. Hopefully, DW, who bought Slingerland, will be able to make some of these Slingerland drum sets. And let's go back here to this page right here. Oh, there's Gene Krupa here with his outfit. And this is basically what I saw Gene Krupa play. And of course, you have Buddy's kit, and this is what my friend Greg Austing is fixing up. He's tearing up the drum set, fixing every little lug and part, because he really knows his Slingerland stuff. We have great times just talking about Slingerland drums. And there I am with Gene and Buddy. These two guys were the 2 greatest endorsers of Slingerland drums. Of course, Gene was the man. I mean, Buddy copied Gene's drum set exactly, because he knew that was the only way to play it, was that setup that Gene had. And that's the setup that I use with my Ken Loomer Big Band. And I want everybody to check out my videos, because I'm trying to keep the big band sound alive, you know, a modern progressive swinging big band. And hopefully I can get things started. So in the meantime, enjoy the video. If you have any questions or comments, please do so below. And watch for part 2. I'll be playing that Super Sound King right over here with my drum set. So thanks everybody, and happy drumming.